This is Danny Trejo, and you're listening to WithoutYourHead.com. Keep listening, or I'll take your head.
All right, welcome to the station of decapitation, Without Your Head. I'm Nasty Neil, along with my cohorts in crime.
That was pretty good, Neil. This is Jittery John.
And that would make me Terrible Troy.
Excellent. And joining us right off the bat, we have, I guess he'll be Maniacal Maine for tonight. We've got Tyler Maine.
How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing good.
Real good, thanks.
That's just a few
Good
days.
stuff.
Just a few days after Halloween, so we got to know. Did you do anything special for Halloween?
Just chilled a little bit and had some fun and got into a little bit of trouble with my buddies. But other than that, nothing too wild and crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
When you were a kid, did you like dressing up? Did you ever think, someday you'd actually, be in the Halloween film? Or?
I never thought I'd be in a Halloween film, but yeah, I mean, I always did the trick-or-treating, and it kind of sucked because, I was always the tall kid, and everybody was like, oh, man, you're too big to go trick-or-treating, so.
They didn't believe you, like, hey, come on.
Yeah, exactly, I mean, the high voice at that time had to be a dead giveaway, right? But when you're, 6'4", when you're 13, it's kind of tough.
Oh, man.
It's a grown man just trying to get some candy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was just the opposite. I was always small for my age, so, like, I could get away with it when I was, like, 17. People were like, oh, yeah, he's, like, 13.
Yeah. I still go. I'm in my mid-30s. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, if you can, why not? My son's like 6'2" or something like that, and he was going to go around on his knees so he could get candy. This was his first official year that he had to hang it up.
That was dedication right there.
Yeah, really.
Speaking of Michael Myers, what was it like, to take over like an iconic role? And did you were you afraid at all that people might be mad when you remake such a classic?
Well, you can just do what you do. I mean, Rob called me. He said, "Hey, Tyler, I wrote this for you. I want you to play Michael Myers." And of course, I wasn't all that big of a horror buff at the time, and I said, "Why would I want to play the guy with a hockey mask?" And he's like, that's the wrong character, dumbass. And I said, okay, well, But then he explained his vision for it and what he wanted to do, and he explained that he wanted to give it a backstory and make Michael Myers more than a one-dimensional character, which, I believe we did. And, of course, knowing that there was such a high fan following, I watched all the Halloweens except for the third one where Michael Myers doesn't even appear for some reason. So I don't know why they even called it Halloween. But so, yeah, you just watch it and then you just hope that fans take to it. And it seems like they enjoyed it,
Oh, definitely. We always really liked it. When you said you went back and watched them all, were there particular things you wanted to keep for the character and, obviously, change some things to make it your own?
Well, yeah, I mean, like there's the movement, the twist of the head that I wanted to keep. I wanted to do it different ways for different scenarios and situations. I mean, it's kind of tough to get the expression across of a character when you don't have a voice. So in the first one, I just carried myself differently when I was in the asylum and sort of built the character so that when I put the mask on, Michael Myers was full all-on go-get-him type of thing. And that was just brought on by some slumping of the shoulders when I was walking. Of course, I had to do that because it was by two shorter guys. But I was just knocking Danny there. I shouldn't do that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun working with Rob and everybody on those films.
Yeah. Now, you said Rob actually contacted you about playing the role. Was the first time you met him working on Devil's Rejects, or did you know him before that?
No, I just met him on Devil's Rejects, and it was kind of really surreal because, Rob is such a laid-back guy, and then I was looking over to the monitors for the sound guys, and they're playing one of his videos. He's got the dreadlocks whipping, and he's going crazy, and I kind of looked back from the monitor, back to Rob, back to the monitor, back to Rob, and Rob's sitting behind the director's chair, just chewing gum, looking at the scene, going, yeah, we could do something a little different. That'd be cool. And then you look over, and he's going crazy on stage, and it's like, oh, my God, this is, like, insane.
You said you took a little shot there at Danny Trejo, former guest of ours. I think it was in the commentary track that Zombie mentioned, Rob mentioned that he was a little worried that you might hurt him in the scene. Do you remember that?
Geez, the scene there, the one I was drowning him in the water there?
Yeah. I think it was before that when you bashed his head into the wall and then prior to you drowning him.
Me and Danny worked that all out. We were just trying to freak people out.
Oh, okay. John,
we had a lot of fun. I love Danny. I mean, working with Danny is just fantastic. He's a true professional and gentleman, and it was a pleasure working with him.
Yeah, and he's pretty awesome right now in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, he is a true badass. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. John, did you have a question?
Yeah, I had a question. It says on IMDb that you were uncredited in Devil's Rejects. Was there a reason for that?
Yeah, well, I came into it so late in the game because I was taking on the role of Rufus. And to get credited, all the credits were pretty much given away. And to be credited, I would have been close to the bottom, and I didn't want that. So I said, I'll come in, I'll do it uncredited, and away we go.
In your mind, do you think there's a specific reason that makes Michael Myers, what he becomes? Like you said in this movie, in the zombie one, there's more backstory to it. The first one is just pretty much you don't know, he's just kind of born that way. But do you think it was his family, or do you think there's any particular reason?
Yeah, he's definitely a product of his environment. If you look at any of the serial killers and you look at their situations, there's something in their childhood, there's something in their upbringing that tweaks them. And then of course, you have their chemistry and makeup and everything. So, it was the perfect storm.
Mm-hmm. See, we got a caller here on the line. R.E., do you have a question?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good.
What is
your question?
Are you planning on being in Halloween 3D?
You never know. I've talked to them briefly about it. We talked, I guess it was probably just about a year ago when they were going to do it, and they're still trying to figure out what they're going to do. And I have no decision making in that aspect at all. So we will see. If they want me to reprise it, I will definitely consider it. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do to top the last two, but. I guess I'll have to start decapitating people or something. I always want to do something more. You know what I mean? You don't want to go into a film like that and do the same thing. It's but it all depends on the vision that they have for the film too.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. Maybe Michael Myers could start using a wood chipper or something like that.
It'd be hard to be carrying around.
If I'm playing Michael Myers, I don't think I need a wood chipper.
That's a good point.
Yeah, the human wood chipper. Thanks for calling in, R.E.
Hey, peace.
Yeah. Along those lines, what has been your favorite kill scene in the movie, in one of the movies?
Oh man, they all have different scenarios. Ken Foray in the bathroom stall. That was a real bathroom stall that we tore up. That was a lot of fun. That nurse kill in the first or in the second one, the first nurse kill is amazing. They all have different meaning to me, but there's some pretty gruesome ones in there.
Mm-hmm. You know, we're kind of joking around, but is it ever hard on you getting into like the mind to play like a character like that?
No, man, I just go walking down the street and kill the first people I see, and I become a method actor, and then we go on set, and it's all good.
Yeah.
You know, leave a bloody trail wherever we are. No, I mean it's kind of tough. I mean, like when you see scenes like the bathroom scene where Danielle gets it in the second one, where it's just blood everywhere. I mean, those are pretty crazy scenes, and that scene leading up to it, chasing her and catching her, and then whipping her onto the bed, and the things that followed. It's pretty intense stuff, to get it looking that way. And when you think about it, that kind of stuff has happened, it's pretty crazy,
Mm-hmm. Actually, here in the chat room, Zombie of Piper, he wants to know, did any of the training you received in wrestling contribute to your ability to use only physical ability to communicate emotion, etc., for the characters like Rufus and Michael Myers?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's pro wrestling is theater in the round. It's the best training that there is. It's body movement, body language, and you're expressing violence. So, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Now, I remember you as Big Sky. I'm a big wrestling fan, and we used to do a wrestling show on Wednesday nights. And why did you leave wrestling?
Well, 200 to 300 days a year, a different city every night, traveling all over the world, getting dropped on your head, or walking onto set, doing a scene, and going to craft services. You take it, figure that one out, right?
Exactly.
Well said.
I mean, that's not a hard decision to make.
No,
a little more longevity in this.
Yeah, actually, I believe you used the choke slam in part 2 to kill somebody.
Yeah, I did actually.
Was that
actually a couple of times?
Yeah. Was that something they put in there to play off your wrestling past, or?
No, it's just kind of like what's the quickest, best way, and most violent way to get a person to the ground and to show physical strength, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
John.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to be known as like the person who plays Michael Myers more than once, kind of like Kane Hodder as Jason Voorhees?
Well, I think I'm the only person that's done it twice so far.
Yeah, that's my knowledge.
In 2 complete movies, So I mean, we'll see if they want me to do another one. Like I say, it all depends on the story and what they're planning on doing with it.
Speak of Kane Hodder, I just read his book, which I thought was really good, and I know you've worked with him on some movies where he's he's off camera. Are you friends with him? What's the guy like?
Yeah, he's a great guy. I mean, we did we hosted the Halloween. What was it called? AMC whatever. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We did that together, which was pretty cool, and his family was there with him and stuff, and it's people don't realize. I mean, we're just regular guys, and we happen to be known as serial killers. What can you say? We still go home and take the kids to swim practice, feed the dog, do what we gotta do. Keep the wife happy.
I know Kane. He likes to not see the rest of the cast out of character when he's on the film. Do you do the same thing?
No, man. I mean, it's I mean, you can't go walking around the set as Michael Myers all the time. I mean, first of all, I like to talk too much and tell jokes and screw around, and as you know, Myers doesn't say too damn much, but no, I mean, it's I guess it's from all the years of wrestling, I mean, when you are a pro wrestler and you're wrestling and you're entertaining crowds like that, as soon as you walk through that curtain, boom, you turn it on. And as soon as you walk back through that curtain, boom, you turn it off. So, I guess it's from all those years of training like that.
Yeah.
Especially for physical stuff like that.
Yeah. I'd like to know the biggest difference between Bryan Singer and Rob Zombie. That's I was going to say a smart-ass comment, but I'm not going to. No, I mean, they are both geniuses. They have their visions of what they want, and they both know how to get it. And they're both very, very successful. And it was, a pleasure working with both of them. Mm-hmm.
Now, there was somebody here on the Facebook. They want to know who would win in a fight between Sabretooth and Michael Myers.
Well, I'd be beating the crap out of myself. I've done that. I've done that quite a bit, but it's hard to say.
It would be a hell of a matchup, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it probably would.
I gotta ask about this.
And then you could even throw King Ajax in there too,
Exactly.
I haven't actually seen this, but on Son of the Beach, you played a character called Adolf Manson.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. It was. I played a prisoner, Adolf Manson, that gets released to surf against Notch Johnson. We were surfing buddies, right? And they put a swastika on my forehead, and we ended up going out to the beach to shoot and film. And, sure as shit, it's a sunny day, and comes time to clean up the makeup. And I've got this white swastika on my sunburnt forehead, and I'm getting ready to go out to an event that night. I was like, oh, God, that is not cool. So there was more makeup involved. But, yeah, I mean, the show was funny. The show was hilarious. I mean, I enjoyed doing it. Other than that little snafu.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, stuff like that happens all the time in this business, What can you say?
Now, you also have a website, mainentertainment.com, where you're starting to produce some films. You want to let everybody know some of the movies you guys are putting out?
Yeah, we're actually in the casting process right now for Compound Fracture. It's a supernatural thriller that we're doing. It's our first movie that Main Entertainment is putting out. My wife, Renee Geerlings, wrote it. She has been the editor-in-chief at Top Cow for 10 years, and now she's at Radical as a senior editor, and we've teamed up to create this company, and our first production is Compound Fracture, and people will be able to see myself going at it with Derek Mears.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Very good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah, I guess he got pissed off when I toilet papered his house with Todd Farmer. That he said, "Yeah, I'll come do your movie just so I can kick your ass." The things you got to do to get people to come and do your movie. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I recently hosted a Q&A with him and Brian Steele and Andrew Bernarski, and I'm 5'5", so it was quite the visual.
You were stuck in the middle of them, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah. There were some great photos there.
They also have a movie, I don't know, I guess this one maybe not as far in advance as Penance Lane.
Yeah, Penance Lane is one that we're also working on. I have the DP from All Six Saws, David Armstrong, who's going to be doing directing of that one. For Compound Fracture, we have A.J. Rickett Epstein is going to be directing it. Todd Farmer's even going to be making a little cameo appearance in it in Compound Fracture. So, and we're going to start filming the first one in January here in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah, and we have about 4 or 5 different projects that we're lining up, and hopefully we'll be able to do them back to back.
I was watching your main show, which where you interviewed Wayne Toth, who made your mask, and he had some pretty wild stuff in his house. Just wondering, do you keep any of your props or anything from your movies?
Yeah, I mean, I like to try and get some kind of memorabilia from them, just so I can have them for my kids and stuff. So, yeah. I just get them and throw them in a storage unit.
Yeah, you don't have them all around the house like he did.
Yeah, no, that wasn't his house. That was his shop.
Oh, it was the shop. Okay. Either way.
Yeah, that was the shop.
All right.
Yeah. No, I mean, I have a few things. I got some posters up and stuff like that, but...
Now, your character was a lot different, I thought, Michael Myers in Part 2. Actually, pretty much everyone's character was. Was that Rob's decision to, kind of change everybody?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Rob, and we wanted to make Michael Myers more of a killing machine and have him be more on a definite path. And I mean, the way I look at it, my whole thing was trying to reunite with my sister, and anything that got in my way was going to pay the price. And then when she ended up sticking me with the knife in the first one, it's all on, and it's away we go type of thing.
When you guys were making the first one, did you ever think there was an idea that you'd make a second one? Because it kind of, the way it ends, it seems like you guys, didn't want to make a sequel, like that was the end of it.
Well, I mean, I was under the impression that we were going to do a couple, and then, they signed me to 2. And then Rob wasn't going to do it, and I was like, oh, my God, what did I sign on to? And then he came back and said, yeah, he was going to do it, and then away we went. So, I mean, things have a way of working out.
Bodiless Horseman here in the chat room wants to know, would you ever be interested in doing another wrestling match at some point in time?
Oh, my God. I tell you, I hung up my boots back in 99 when I did the first X-Men, and I haven't even really thought about it too much, Every once in a while I'll watch it, just to see what my buddies are doing, and then you just you remember what it's like, the beating you take on your body and going through all of that, and I'm like, nah, those boots can stay hung up.
Do you keep in contact with anybody from the wrestling scene?
I've ran into Kevin every once in a while, and some of the guys I'll talk to. It's just every once in a while, you'll run into them somewhere and you'll have a chat, but basically everybody's going their own different direction.
I gotta go back some quick, because you said that your fight with Ken Faree when he's Joe Grizzly, that was in a real bathroom stall, and I just think, you guys are both really big dudes. Like, was that hard to film?
Well, it was hard on the body, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
I mean, we broke the porcelain, we broke the stalls. It was, And I remember Rob coming to the props field saying, oh, that was, really good, that breakaway stuff. They go, no, that was the real stall. We could have got the breakaway stuff. So it was like,
when you got two big guys like that, I know you're like your friends and stuff, but do you ever, is there any like, trying to prove who's the better man there when you guys are doing something like that?
Well, I mean, you want to get it looking as good as you can, and I tell you, the first take we did, Ken came at me, and I, of course, I had those damn slippers on, and I was sliding all over the place. Of course, there's blood on the floor, so I'm sliding all over. I called the props guys. I said, get me some stickum for the bottom of my shoes here. It's on. We're trashing this place. So the next take, it was gone.
John, you have a question?
Yeah, I was just wondering, why didn't you reprise your role as Sabretooth?
I mean, they went in a total different direction, and what can you say? You know, that's a studio decision, and they did what they did. You know.
Yeah. Not just because you're here, but I like the big, meaner Sabretooth better.
Yeah, it's more like the comic book Sabretooth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're great.
I wish it would have developed the character more. You know, but I mean, it is what it is, and that's what was written, so we did it. You know, and that's the way it is. They were busy trying to develop some of the other characters in the beginning one, and that's what they did.
Did you like throwing Hugh Jackman around?
I like throwing anybody around, as long as it's me doing the throwing and not getting thrown. You know, I'm not too excited about this compound fracture with Derek Mears because I know I'm going to get thrown around a bit.
Yeah, he's a big boy. I think he might throw you a little bit.
He is a big boy.
I think you might
scares me.
I'll just say you might be a little taller, but I think you're a little bulkier.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. So, you know, and I mean, I helped write it with my wife, so I think I got an upper hand there.
Yeah, you know the right.
I hope I come out on top at least. You never know.
Exactly. Well, you can find out more information about that at mainentertainment.com on the link up there. And I want to thank you for coming on tonight. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. And you guys take care and have a good night.
This is PJ Souls, and you are totally listening to Without Your Head Horror Radio.